Welcome back to the third meeting of the Senate Select Committee on Health and Human Wellness for the 36th special session. Madam Secretary, please proceed to call the roll.
Senator Buck, Senator Cruz Crawford, Senator Lang, Senator Stone, Senator Taylor, Chair Doniate.
And I'm here. Thank you so much. Seeing that we did the housekeeping items a few hours ago, I'm going to skip over those, and we will now go ahead and open the bill hearing on Assembly Bill 3, and I will invite our sponsor to present when you are ready.
Thank you so much, Chair, members of the committee. For the record, Howard Watts, representing Assembly District 15. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to present Assembly Bill 3 for your consideration today. What we have seen, particularly over the course of this year, is a rise in political violence, and we have seen a history both across the country with the unfortunate shootings of 2 Minnesota lawmakers earlier this year, as well as right here in Nevada, where legislators, other elected officials, and some of our state agency heads have faced harassment, threats of violence, home intrusions, etc. And that is something that is deeply unsettling. I don't think any of us or our families want to feel like we might be unsafe when we're at home. So Assembly Bill 3 looks to make some modest adjustments to our current statutes in order to protect those who serve the public. There are various sections of this bill that look very similar, and what they essentially do, if you go to Section 3 of the bill, you will see a long list of individuals that can request that their personal information be kept confidential. This adds to that list a public officer. You'll see at the bottom of page 8 of the bill. On page 10, you'll see the definition of what constitutes a public officer. The various sections of the bill allow this information to be made confidential for declarations of candidacy, declarations of residency, basically electoral, Secretary of State campaign finance related documents. Additionally, this applies to voter records and to county assessor records, which has the information for our home ownership. So these provisions, again, are meant to provide the same protections that are available to some of our folks who work in law enforcement, social services, and other professions where they face an elevated risk of threats, violence, etc. I will note that while the sections are not in this bill, there are exemptions in each of these statutes to allow for members of the press, private investigators, law enforcement, etc., to request access to this data when needed. Additionally, one of the sections of the bill does allow public officials to also use an alternate address on their DMV IDs. Again, this is a provision that already exists for many of these other professions and individuals. And then you'll see on page 14 that we are adding that campaign expenses can also support personal security for legislators. On page 15, this defines that spending campaign funds for personal security is not considered a personal use of funds and would therefore be allowable. And then on the Yes, and then you'll see also on page 15, this is being added as one of the categories for campaign finance reporting. So these are the measures that we have brought forward to try and make sure that people can make the investments to keep their homes and their loved ones secure, and also help limit the access to people's personal information being broadcast and potentially putting people's homes and families at risk. So with that concludes my presentation. I'm glad to answer any questions that the committee may have. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Committee members, any questions? Senator Buck.
It says, oh, thank you, Chair. It says expenses related to personal security, so as a CCW holder, does this include, can I purchase a weapon with the funds?
Thank you for that question. Howard Watts for the record. That is not spelled out clearly within this. I think there would probably be some additional rulemaking by the Secretary of State's office to fill in some of the details on what those personal security expenses would include.
Thank you. Any other further questions? All right, let's open it up for testimony. So if you would like to provide support testimony at this time, please come forward. I don't see anyone here or in Las Vegas. AVH, is there anyone online?
Thank you, Chair. The public line is open and working, and there are no callers at this time.
Thank you so much. Let's move on to opposition testimony. If you'd like to testify in opposition, please come forward. I don't see anyone here or in Las Vegas. AVH, is there anyone online?
We have no callers at the time, Chair.
Thank you so much. Let's move on to neutral testimony. Would anyone like to testify in neutral on this bill? Seeing none here or in Las Vegas. AVH, is there anyone online?
We have no callers on the line, Chair.
Thank you so much. Any closing remarks? We're going to go ahead and close this hearing. And I will now turn it over to our Vice Chair.
Thank you, Chair. I would move that we pass AB 3.
Thank you. We have a motion from our Vice Chair, second from Senator Stone. Any discussion on this bill? Moving on to the vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposition? Motion is carried, and I will go ahead and take that floor statement. And that concludes this bill, and now we will move on to public comment. If anyone would like to provide public comment here or in Las Vegas. I don't see anyone. AVH, is there anyone online?
Chair, we have no callers on the line at this time.
Did you want to provide public comment? Come on forward. You may begin.
Thank you, Chair. Denny French, Carson City, Nevada. This is a sad state of circumstances for everyone. I would like my private information to have the same considerations as the individuals that which I am relating to now, and those in service of police and fire and medical and such. It's a sad statement on things that we cannot all have those privacies and such. There is no such thing in my mind of privacy, and to really project the fact that this is going to protect individuals to the point where they don't have to consider their own personal, privately considered necessities, whether it's to pack a weapon or to weaponize their own communication equipment to provide them with a sense of security. But I'm hoping that no one will take this as a complete response to the issue we're dealing with and take on individually the responsibilities for your information. And that's involved with the public, myself, and be careful of where we put things and what we say and what we do and the information that's available. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Anyone else here in Carson City or in Las Vegas? All right, that concludes our public comment for this meeting. Seeing that there is no more items for today's agenda, we will go ahead and adjourn. Thank you.